Oh, don't do the wrong thing, Ito, please. I hope I haven't raised you the wrong way. So you went anyway, huh? Even though I told you to leave me alone. Why couldn't you just forget and leave me alone? So that's it. You wanted to keep hurting me, right? God, I hate laughing like that. I hate to burst your bubble, but if it's revenge you're after, it won't work. Nope, can't blow my brains out down here. The dark won't let you. Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Did you bring your little gun all the way down here for nothing? Are you disappointed? I didn't bring it. There's no point. I didn't shoot you when you took Tanaka, and I won't now. Ha! Don't try and trick me. That doesn't mean you don't want to. After everything I tried to think that you would be the one to show up here in the end. Funny, isn't it? Who else was supposed to show up here? Isn't it? After all, you were only supposed to be a guest star on my little show, a little temporary addition to liven things up a bit. Then you kept showing up uninvited, digging up every sharp thing you can find to poke me with. Now I can't get rid of you. See? It is funny, right? No matter what we do, we're forced together again. We ought to make the best of it. You're right. We can't avoid each other forever. Chance has forced us together, whether we like it or not, so all we can do is see it through to the end. Even when I saw you in the forest, you were down here, weren't you? Where else? Welcome to the end of the line. I don't understand it, it's awful down here. Why didn't you try and get back to the surface? Why would I go back? What would be the point? When I do, I look around and don't even recognize it anymore. The streets are different, the sounds have changed, everyone I knew and ever cared about is gone. Oh, that's kind of fucked up. But you knew Mai and her brother, right? She could have gone to them. I mean, she kinda did, and she threatened Mai, but if she just went there and said, hey, remember me, I'm the little girl who was in the compound, you left, but I got fucking abused and they used me as a vessel for the baddest things ever. Well, you don't know what it's like, every day the same and feeling all my old pain again and again and again. People don't change, no matter what, no matter how much time goes. They all still look at me like I'm a flea-bitten dog to be kicked around and ignored. They hate me. In the end, I'll end up back here anyway, so why fight it? At least down here nothing changes. When I was little, they said everything would be okay if I had the mask, but then Mommy died and the police took it away from me and nothing's gone right since. No one ever cared about me. The police, the foster homes, the other girls in the agency, they all hated me. They wanted me dead. You're just like the rest of them, only someday you'll grow old and die, and I'll still be here. Unless you give me that mask. It isn't that simple. Having the mask isn't going to solve your problems. Yeah, I want to properly solve this. I don't want to give her the mask, I don't want to kill her. I want her to be free. It is that simple. Everyone always tells me it can't be simple, but why not? None of this would have happened if it weren't for you. If you'd just given it to me in the first place, you could have lived your stupid little fantasy life. Instead, you had to be a hero and get involved in something that was none of your business. I didn't have it back then. Why shouldn't I use it? Are my problems not as important as yours? That's it, isn't it? Everything is about you and making your life happy again. I won't let you be happy. I won't. If you won't help me, then fine. But I'll keep hurting you, and if you think it's bad now, you don't know the half of it. Or you could give it to me and go on pretending to be happy while I find the door again. Again? You've seen it before? I don't know exactly what you think is going to happen when you find it, but everything I found tells me it's dangerous. No, you're wrong. The door isn't for you. The collector said so. He said if I had the mask, I could find it again. He said if I found a shrine belonging to Kavana, that I could find it. There it is. The fucking collector kickstarted this all. I fucking knew it. He is... What is he? I don't know. So you met him too, Reina. He wasn't trying to help us. He must have been toying with us. Shut up. You don't know anything. He told me the mask would let me see the door again, just like the day Mommy died. When they put the mask on me and I kept my eyes closed like Mommy told me to, even when people started getting sick and crying. Then I saw it, the door, even with my eyes still closed. When I looked at it, I heard Mommy's voice and I knew if I found it, everything would be okay. I opened my eyes and it was gone. They took the mask and I saw Mommy on the ground. She wasn't moving anymore, like a doll. It was all my fault. It must have been. I did something wrong, but he told me if I found the mask I could make it right again. Now I'm being punished for being a big screw up, for not being pure like they told me to be. Oh my god, this again. Please don't tell me about your time at the agency. Except, yeah, fuck. People like Higashi, they shouldn't have hurt me. They should have left me alone. I had to punish them. I can agree on that. I just want to stop them from hurting me. That doesn't make me bad, right? You understand, don't you? ... The funny thing is that if Tanaka was here, he'd understand. Even after everything you did to him. That's the kind of guy he is. Reina, it's not all your fault. This is beyond you. It always has been. That's why Tanaka was so intent on following you from the start. You weren't just some orphan girl. He somehow saw the darkness that was behind you. What if Tanaka also wasn't telling me all that he knew? What if he's woven in this as well somehow? If only he had told me, I could have been there for him, helped him. But no, you could have helped me, Ayami. He was helping me. He was gonna save me. Then why? If he was helping you, why hurt him? I didn't want to hurt Tanaka, but it was the only way to bring him here. The same way I was brought here. I thought I'd figured it out. But my white knight abandoned me, went somewhere else. It turns out it was just another stupid idea from a stupid girl. What you did to Tanaka was wrong, but you can still make this right. You brought him down with you that night. Where is he? I don't know where he is. Just tell me what happened from the beginning. It's hard to remember. Please try. Nothing's gone the way I thought it would. When I went back to Shinjuku, I remembered how I ended up in the dark. I knew what I had to do so Tanaka could be with me. Only the mask wasn't awake. It wasn't loud like in Kamakura, so I made you come into the tunnel with me and Tanaka so it could wake up. Then I slit his throat and went back to the dark and I waited. Tanaka woke up down there too, but the mask was gone. He was alive? He was like me. Oh, I thought he was. At first, he seemed okay, but then he started wandering around, staring into space and talking to people who weren't there. Poor Tanaka. I think I broke him, Ayami-chan. So, he was down here. Tell me where he is. You don't get it, do you? I don't know where he is, and I don't care. Tanaka abandoned me. Even when he was here, he kept mumbling on and on about how he was going to help you. He gave you something, didn't he? That traitor. How else would you be able to keep finding me? He even said he saw the door, but he didn't take me there. I hate him. Why did he leave me? To think that Tanaka would help a stupid little girl like me. It was dumb to try and bring him here. The collector said I'd find the door with the mask. I just didn't want to be alone is all. Now you're here, so I guess the mask is too. I didn't need him after all. He's gone. You're wrong. I can feel him somewhere here. He's waiting for me. You can? Maybe he's at the door. Please, take me there. Don't leave me. The mask opened the dark and took me straight to Reina, and now that I'm here I can feel it, pulsing like a heartbeat. The door. The unknowable place where chance and fate have no importance. That's what Kazuki is. I know now what will happen if I lead her there. She'll get what she truly wants. She'll get to rest and finally be free. No more pain, no more suffering. Maybe that's what Kazuki would have wanted, but if I do that, the dark would change shape again, and any hope of finding him would be lost. He'd be trapped here waiting for me and I'd never be able to tell him the truth behind everything he suffered for. I think he knows. I think this is more about you and less about him for you. As if the Kazuki Tanaka that's left here is the same man I love. Either way, I have to abandon someone, but that's my responsibility. I have to choose. Oh, fuck me. Man, I lost so much already, so I either leave REINA and save Tanaka, forgive REINA and lead her to the door. So Ito loves Tanaka and I love Ito. I want her to be happy, really. I want her to live a happy life, maybe get Tanaka back, the Tanaka she loved. But there's no guarantee for it to be the same Tanaka, and there's no guarantee that she can really save him? Or is there? I don't know. And at the same time, fucking REINA, what she had to go through, as I said earlier, beginning when she was a child, and then seeing her mother die, or rather dead on the ground, she just heard her die. And being isolated from everyone else in this fucking cult, that's the really fucked up thing in my opinion. And then the whole agency thing, let's not even go there. She's fucking crazy, and it's a result of what she had to suffer through. I mean, she's immortal, for once, so I guess she has to suffer every fucking day because of what she suffered through. I mean, if she was a normal girl, this would have just ended with her killing herself, what she did. But no, she has to suffer through the same thing over and over again, so you know what? Please, don't hurt me. What I did to Tanaka, it was the only way, you get it, right? Right? Let's fucking save you, REINA. You better be worth it. You better be fucking happy when I do this. You better be fucking free from all of this evil. And the dark better leave me be. No, you're wrong. But then again, maybe there isn't a right way to begin with. In your own way, you're the same as me, grasping at whatever you could. You may still be down here, like you said. Would the Tanaka I find be the real him though? If I use the mask, would I be the real me? I'm not so sure anymore. You're really not gonna go after him? No. I'd have to give up even more of myself, succumb even more to this darkness. You wouldn't have wanted that. You know, for a long time, your face was all I saw, ever since Kamakura. It motivated me to push through my sadness because I thought I was doing something good, putting my problems behind me by becoming the hero and slaying some ancient evil. You became a demon, a symbol of all of my hatred, of everything bad that happened to me that day. No, I'm not a demon. No, you're not. You're just a girl. Always were. Besides, I'm no hero. I'm not sure if there is such a thing. I realize that now. Me, you, Tanaka. All three of us were just paper dolls caught in a storm, being blown by winds that were so far out of our control. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for any of it to happen. I just wanted a way out. I wanted to be normal. Tanaka was one of the smartest detectives. No, one of the smartest people I knew. I think he knew what would happen to him. Maybe that's why he was so distant. I wish things had played out differently for us. And for you, REINA. I know what happened to you, all of it. I don't know how I saw all those things, but I can't just ignore them. No one deserves to experience what you did, REINA. Every day you lived in hell, with no love or light. It was awful. We failed you, and I'm sorry. I forgive you, REINA. And I also have a thing for redheads, let's admit this. It hurts to say it. That's selfish, isn't it? I can't forget the pain you caused me, despite how hard I try. But I do forgive you, because somewhere along the way, this horrible cycle has to end. I don't want to hurt people anymore. Then come with me. Let me help you. Why? Where are we going? So instead of using the mask to search for Tanaka, I'm using the mask to search for the door with her and lead her through? Yes, to the door. You said you heard your mom, right? Let's go see her. So I had this innate ability to find the door more easily because the mask was in sync with me, I guess? I'm scared. What if she isn't there? What if I was wrong? It's okay. There's nothing to be afraid of. You can rest like you always wanted. No more coming back. No more hurting people. Though I can't tell you what's waiting for you. I know it's better than this. I promise. Ayami, do you think it will hurt? No. How do you know? I don't know how, but the dark responds to the feelings of the people in it. Every time we butt heads, it pushed me out. It feels different now. It feels peaceful. What I'm trying to say is, I don't want to hurt you, REINA. I only want to help, and I think the dark will too. Okay, I'm ready. Man, REINA, I'm going to miss you, and I'm going to miss Ito too. I'm going to miss this fucking game. It was so good. ... Thank you, Ayami. I don't know why you helped me, but thank you. Because you deserved it, REINA. And because no one deserved what you had to suffer through. But what happens with Ito now? For years, REINA searched for the door. The whole time it was nearby, hidden by a thick darkness that shifted in reaction to her own hatred and fear. The mask began to tug at me as if guiding us, and together, hand in hand, it appeared in front of us. I wasn't sure how I hadn't noticed it before. It was like it had always been there. Until that moment, I'd never noticed how small and truly fragile she was. Standing in front of the door, she shook like a leaf. Squeezing her hand, I reassured her, told her that I forgave her, knowing that if she took a step forward, it would all be over and she'd find peace. I thought maybe I would too. For a long time, she stood, saying nothing, then eventually she let go of my hand and moved through the door, and as soon as she did, her image began to fade. She was smiling. Not the unhinged smile from my past, but her true smile, the smile of a little girl. It's that smile, free of hate and malice, I remember now. The dark remained even after she left, though it began to change as I remained within it, suddenly agitated and expansive like it was growing. Somehow I knew what little light I saw was because of REINA. Her fear and hatred diffused out of the shadows. Thanks to that light, I was able to find the surface. The mask didn't quiet after REINA's passing, and every day it became more restless. One day, I cast it into the sea near Kamakura, and despite the Kawana woman's warning, it never returned to me, though occasionally I can still feel it, scratching like a pin needle on the back of my skull. Okay, 1 second. After guiding REINA, why didn't you go back to the old Kawana woman and exorcise this fucking mask? What's the deal with that game? This makes no sense. When the girl faded, other memories did too. Impressions of a man called Kazuki Tanaka and the love we once shared. I find pictures in my apartment that I know are him, yet all I see is the face of a stranger looking up at me. Oh my god, this is the worst timeline, definitely. Some nights I wake up with tears in my eyes and images of that face crying out to me from some dark corner of my dreams, and I desperately try and remember why that memory remains. Oh, this is one of these things happening in games and movies and books and media that's fucking me up the most. When people disappear and memories start disappearing too. The Japanese use this so much, but it's fucking me up every time. Yet, something about those pictures and staying in that apartment feels familiar, even if I can't make sense of it some days. All I remember for sure is REINA's smile, knowing that in those final moments she forgave me for what I did to her. What did you do to her? Can't remember. Finally, I was able to feel peace. And I got an achievement. Only a child. Tokyo fucking Dark. By Cherry Mochi. Man, I have to look out for them. I hope they make more games. John R.M. Williams, thank you for this amazing game. So, is this Japanese or Western now, this game? I think it really is an amalgamation, right? And I love it. It was a really good game. I like visual novels, but I like gameplay elements in them. So I like playing, you know, Danganronpa and Ace Attorney and stuff. Because just reading for hours on end can get boring. I mean, yes, it's a visual novel. You're supposed to have the music and the pictures. But I love me a little bit of a puzzle in there or something. I mean, there wasn't that much gameplay in this game other than choices. And I guess it's the same as getting to a choice in any other visual novel, but it kind of felt different because you had more input, I feel. And this makes this experience even better. I know there are different endings. I probably won't record them. I guess this is the save REINA ending. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with saving REINA. For me, that's canon. This happened. And maybe I'll look up the other endings on YouTube. I'm sure other people have played this game and posted them. If you want to see the others, feel free to look for that. This is the save REINA ending. No others are coming. I mean, I've said this before for some other games. Maybe I'll play this game again and upload the ending, but I never do, and it's because going through the games again just isn't the same. Oh, see, looky, it's kind of an epilogue. The Collector. Interesting, most interesting. You're nothing but a... what was his fucking historian voice? You're nothing but a crow feeding on the carrion that time leaves in its wake. Forgive me for not being an impartial spectator of human suffering. The woman had her own desires. I only gave her a little push. I thought you'd be happy. Ito found forgiveness through the context of her suffering by drowning herself in the past. A historian's dream. A gesture of extraordinary kindness, yes, but history does not smile at the happiness of one. It favors the welfare of all. Time is not a single thread, but a complex tapestry, pushed and formed into a picture by the forces of fate and chance. The different threads present a myriad of truths, but all an aspect of the same visage nonetheless. A myriad. Interesting. I would have thought one so interested in history would adhere to a single truth. Oh geez, these two jokers. On the contrary, if history has taught me anything, it is that there is no one truth. The deeper one gazes, the more complex it becomes. Yes, all are truth. All grant insight into the same puzzle. You're right, my old friend. Time is a spiral, and observe it long enough and we may yet learn something. No, she is not your plaything. It is not your decision. There is only one way this can end. Only one way for the world to remain intact and stop the thing that's coming. It must be protected. The role must be performed. Stubborn, so stubborn. Allow me to ask you a question. I believe I know it already. You've asked it before. Indulge me. I asked her the same question. If the dancing puppet looks up and sees its strings, does it remain a puppet? What of fate and chance then? I answer your riddle with one of my own. You see the storm clouds approaching, and though you can take shelter or alter your course, does the storm not come regardless? Is this not kind of the same question? What? No fun. You've never tolerated my philosophical side. Nor you. Me, what? Nor you me when I tell you how things are. I suppose that's because we are one and the same. But what of her? All we can do... Oh, sorry. Wrong voice, but I guess he just said these two are the same kind of guy. All we can do is see, but eventually she will end up here. There, sorry. There is only one path which will hold the world together. Are they talking about REINA or Ito now? And... New Game Plus. Nice. Wait, is there any difference to New Game Plus? Fuck, I have to play this game privately to see. Because I want to end this here. As I said, I'm happy with the ending I got. I knew the fucking collector and historian were in this, you know. Okay, I called the little girl as well. She wasn't involved in this, at least not as far as I know. But both the collector and the historian both was so weird that it made no sense for them to know what they know. And even though I thought that the collector was kind of Deus Ex Machina, no, it seems he's kind of like a god. Same with the historian, and they're watching fate unfold or something, or maybe they're watching over the dark. Maybe one of them is supposed to be the incarnation of the dark and the other one is light. That's a pretty common theme, isn't it? Anyway, I guess this is open to interpretation. And I want to end this with saying thank you. And thank you, Ito. You were such a cutie pie all throughout this game. I really enjoyed playing as you. I really enjoyed not getting you killed in the end. Really enjoyed getting your lover killed and erased from history. I'm sorry, Ito. Oh god, I don't know what I'll play next, but you can look forward to it. Bye.